Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first ever official match of the Proving Grounds Arena. My name is Bloomer, and joining me is the very lovely C-Funk Play. C-Funk, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, feeling good, ready for some Overwatch. How are you feeling?
I am feeling fantastic, and I am thrilled to be here in our very first official match on the brand new channel. We've made our way. I feel like things are happening. It's and excuse me for saying this, C-Funk. It's an exciting time to be part of this. So I know I'm very thrilled. I'm looking forward to tonight's matches, and no better teams to get us started than Wasted Potential and of course Budget Titans.
I think it's going to be a great match tonight between Wasted Potential. It's been a hot second before we've gotten to see them, so I'm excited to do a cast for them.
I 1000% agree with what you're saying. It has been. I feel like it's been too long. Every time it's been longer than truthfully like a week though. I'm just such a big fan of the team that I'm like I need to see more of them, and I'm also thrilled to bring Budget Titans into the fold, have them appear on the air. They've got some incredible talent. We're seeing both teams in that diamond range tonight, so you guys know at home that we're going to be seeing some really fantastic Overwatch gameplay.
That
Now,
is right, and it might be time to remind you that today and for the rest of this month, we are on a 5-minute delay.
yes.
Um, there's an exciting reason why. I'm not allowed to tell you quite yet, though.
Not allowed to talk about it yet, but there are secret reasons between you and I, and maybe a few people in the back room as well. And I know we'll leave that with you, of course. But the reasons I can't wait to let everyone know. C-Funk, it's gonna be a pretty crazy moment. um, It's great to see, again, all of you coming out, supporting us on our very first broadcast on this channel. Again, we are thrilled to have you guys here. We're going to take a moment to plug exactly what it is as well. Guys, I don't know if we have a moderator ready to go in chat yet, but that being said, if you want to join, if you haven't yet become a part of the Proving Grounds Arena and, of course, the Wasted Potential group, what we'd love to do is have you part of the Wasted Potential Discord, where you would have that opportunity to join in, be showcased on the air, have your match broadcasted, get your opportunity on the big screen, right, C-Funk?
That is right. Come on over. We don't bite. And it's a great way to socialize and meet other players who are as passionate about Overwatch
Yeah.
as you are.
Yeah, and if you want to get involved with that, of course, all you need to do is click on the Discord panel below the screen right now, and we'd love to have you there. From there, if you whether you want to get involved on a team, maybe you're not playing on a team yet, you have a team, maybe you're a manager, player, whatever the case may be. We want to get you involved, and of course, we can get you scrimming and or playing whatever it happens to be. And we'd love to get you involved. Tonight, though, we've already talked about Wasted Potential versus Budget Titans. It is a scrim match tonight. So what's really fantastic about that is it's going to give these two teams an opportunity not just to get some practice, but to get that official dominant first ever historic win for the Proving Grounds Arena.
And what could be more exciting?
I personally can't think of anything more exciting. And C-Funk, I'd love to talk to you for hours about this. All I'm going to mention really quickly is that we're going to be moving in to Kings Row as our first match, which is of course a hybrid. I believe the players are just about ready as well. C-Funk, are you ready to get started?
I am ready. I'm ready to go. I say let's do it.
If you think it's time, chat, I think it's time. Let's move in. Let's get this game started. Let's not waste any of your time. I can't wait to see what these guys have to offer, and I can't wait to see them leave it all on the table and prove themselves the best they can. And and we're actually just waiting at the moment for the teams to ready up at this exact moment, guys. They should be in just a moment. Now we have seen Kings Row obviously in the past multiple times, and Wasted Potential has been pretty strong here. Budget Titans a little more of an unknown entity, so looking forward to seeing what they have to offer, and are we gonna see
the tried and true methods from Wasted Potential, or are we going to be seeing something brand new? What do you think, C-Funk?
You never know with Wasted Potential, but maybe some tried and true, as you put it.
Tried and true, exactly. Now, we've seen some different strategies coming in from Wasted Potential in the past. Now, again, we don't have as much prior knowledge on Budget Titans. They're coming in a little more of a fresh team for the Proving Grounds arena. But we've seen Wasted Potential in the past doing all sorts of different strategies, things that we wouldn't expect to see necessarily, or at least that we haven't been seeing in the meta as frequently. Things like we've been seeing DPS compositions, we've been seeing Pharah Mercy, we've seen all sorts of really cool things. C-Funk, what are you hoping? I always love to ask this question. What hero are you hoping we see?
I always love to. I always love to see a Sombra, just for the sneaky aspect of it.
I know you love that Sombra gameplay. Personally, as a Reinhardt main, I always find Sombras are about the worst character in the entire game to play against. As a Reinhardt main, again, as soon as that Sombra hits you with a hack, you are just standing there in the open, a large character, swinging a hammer, just hoping that somehow your healers keep you alive through the barrage of damage coming at you. And I know for me personally, that is one of the more difficult things. Now, we did have a player disconnect, I believe. So that's just what's holding back the actual gameplay for a few moments here. But while we have this brief and short opportunity before they jump back in. Oh, and look at that. Apparently, my brief opportunity has come and gone. So we'll have to just talk about the gameplay, I guess. Gosh, that's just the worst, C-Funk, when you have a great thought to go into. That's okay, though. That's okay. Chat, what I want you to do for us, before anything begins, I would love to see you spam it. Who do you think is going to come out triumphant here? It is a first to three. 3 match wins is what is going to take to win this out. Do you think it's going to be Wasted Potential, or do you think it's going to be Team Budget Titans that's going to be pulling out the big W? Give us what your prediction is. A best of 5, first to 3. C-Funk, do you have any predictions for us?
I think since the owner of Wasted Potential is back from his wedding and honeymoon, I think the team is going to be chomping at the bit. They've been training hard, so I think they're someone to watch out for.
You're not wrong at all. And now again, for people that are at home and not necessarily sure, it is Wasted Potential in the blue. They're going to be on defense first, and we've got Budget Titans in the red on attack. And there we can see the team coming out, moving forward, and very, very smart Wasted Potential hanging out in that hidden room, trying to kind of ambush. And you can see Monic quickly on a pick on Poison Ivy, taking that Brig is going to be a huge opening pick and going to give a little bit of space for Budget Titans to push forward. You can see now the Reinhardts doing that Reinhardt shield dance with one another, now trying to make that space. And oh, that's a huge pick. Adel managed to take Pinboli out. And with that, you can see now all the picks going in the favor of Budget Titans. They should be getting a fairly quick and easy cap here on point A. Steve, what would you like to see there?
That was a quick grab of point A. They had a lot of great team synergy going on.
Absolutely. And you can see that early pick again. As soon as that first pick happens, it gives the team a chance to just be aggressive. And I mean, if you look at the composition here, you can see that they are running a triple support, triple tank situation where, well, that's powerful. That's very powerful. You create that space, you push in. And you can see Jeanne getting an early pick on the Brig there. That's going to help them stabilize at this choke point. Jeanne, an absolute force on Zenyatta. And there you can see the Transcendence come out, but a very quick, quick Transcendence just to block that grab. And oh my goodness, D.Va managing to take out 2. Monic on the Rhine getting a charge as well, picking 1. And well, with that, it looks like that should give a little bit of space for Budget Titans to start moving that payload.
And that was a great D.Va bomb, taking out 2 members of Wasted Potential, that definitely helps clear the way and helps set up Budget Titans for a win there.
Yeah, it does indeed. Now, looking at the ult economy, though, you can see both teams coming into this next fight. Lots of ultimates on the ready, a lot of options available. Now we can see they're re-engaging those Rhines, trying to create space. You can see Budget Titans pushing ahead of where that payload is. But now, there you see the Transcendence comes out. So does the Beat drop. So many ults coming out all at once. And you can see no pick so far. But there it is. Jean taking out Monic on Ryan. A massive pick. Again, you never want to see your main tank go down first. And that's what just happened. That should be almost enough for Budget Titans to want to back out. And you can see they're trying to. Brig getting a little bit caught, but looks like the team backing her up. They managed to get out, and Alpha Faded manages to take out Copperhead. A huge pick on that Zarya, making sure no charge ready for that next fight. And now they're pushing in. They're trying to create more and more space, see if they can get more picks, build up their ult economy a little bit more, and also try and stagger Budget Titans as much as they can. Take as much time off of that time bank in this second area, the second point of the map after they gave up point A relatively quickly. Zarya grab comes back out, and lots of ultimates making their way out. Not going to be enough though. Wow, a huge team wipe there coming in from Wasted Potential. A little bit of nerves at the beginning, C-Funk, but they're coming out very strong on the defense now.
And you did see Penbully's name up there quite a lot on that kill feed, taking out 4 members of Budget Titans.
You did indeed, and that's the power of a Reinhardt. If you let Reinhardt go unchecked and get in close, he starts holding left click, he has some support from his healers, all of a sudden it's over. And there comes the Shatter, and you can see picks are all once again going in the favor of Wasted Potential. That's 5, and it should be cleanup. It should be cleanup. You want to almost end it at this point. Don't run away because, well, they did manage to get out. So that's all right. But you want to try and make sure you don't get too staggered from the rest of your team at this point. Now only 2 minutes and 23 seconds left to get to that next checkpoint. And at this rate, with how much the payload has been moving back, it's almost getting to that point where they're going to have to win a second team fight. And there goes the D.Va Bomb. Sound barrier comes out from Sloth, does manage to connect, keeps everyone up, except there we go, Jean once again connecting Monic down one more time. Jean has been absolutely on fire on getting these opening picks, C-Funk.
I mean, when you're up there as a Zen player, every shot is going to be pretty lethal.
And Sloth getting staggered a little bit more as well as Alpha Faded goes ahead and finishes off the Lucio. And once again, you can see, despite the payload being a little bit further back, Wasted Potential playing up at that choke point, C-Funk, trying to make sure that they give up 0 room whatsoever.
And this is really a great place for them to be holding. It's hard for them to get through here.
There's the Zarya grab again, and the Shatter comes out though once again. Oh my goodness, Pinboli doing incredible work. There goes the D.Va Bomb, as well as the Transcendence is out. So many ultimates, but no picks yet. We're looking to see something happen right here. The rally from Brig is happening as well. So much, and huge, oh my goodness, look at that. Huge follow-up on the Shatter, and from there, you can see it looks like Budget Titans manages to get the team kill, and they're starting to move that payload. Now the question is, Wasted Potential, will they manage to get back in time to try and stall this out, make it so that they have one more opportunity to stop it before the extended timer and that next checkpoint? Or are these people from Budget Titans moving forward going to be enough to slow them down? You can see Wasted Potential moving in so fast. The grab comes out, so does the Transcendence, that defensive ultimate trying to keep his team alive is Adel. There comes the Shatter, connects with at least 3. Poison Ivy gets a pick on Monic and also on Pixels. 2 huge picks, a Reaper Man on the D.Va Bomb, taking out Copperhead, and you can see they managed to stabilize once again, C-Funk.
And this is great for them. They do have Transcendence for Jean on Wasted Potential. Meanwhile, on Budget Titans, they're going to have Graviton for Copperhead.
If they even manage to get back with only 2 seconds left, someone needs to touch the point very quickly, and they don't manage to. It was so close, but didn't quite make it in time. You can see Fishman getting that last final pick on Pixels at the very end with that with his boot. Managed to just a little bit of extra damage there and stopping them from managing to touch the payload. No overtime, no opportunity to get that final fight. And Wasted Potential, after, again, a bit of a rocky start on point A, very, very strong defense after that.
They've definitely pulled it together. They've backed up, talked about what they needed to be doing, and it helped. The defense was really in there.
Well, C-Funk, it's important to note that Team Wasted Potential, they just got the team owner, Werp, has just got him back, as you mentioned, from his wedding, his honeymoon. So he's been talking with his team. He's been setting up lots of practices for them to play and to learn with GMs, top 500 players. They've been taking a lot of time to improve the team, each individual player working their hardest to become the best Overwatch player they can be, to be the best contribution to the team they can be. And I think it's starting to show here in this first match of, in this historic night in the Proving Grounds Arena.
Now, I'm looking up at the heroes selection as of right now, and I'm seeing a Torbjorn. I think it's probably not going to stay, but I think a Torbjorn on this map might be interesting.
It would be very interesting, but I got to be honest, Reaper Man has done this to us before, and there you can see making the swap to a pick that you might be a little more expected to see, and that's, of course, the D.Va. You can see, though, Alpha Faded going to be starting off on that Widow, trying very, very hard to get a pick or two, just start things off. You can see, though, almost getting taken out for their trouble, and instead has to back off and swaps back over to the Zarya to run a more standard triple tank, triple support composition. As the teams start to approach, you can see Pinboli for Wasted Potential, the Reinhardt, trying to create that space, and Monic very low, but so is Pinboli. Pinboli gets some heals back. Monic still at about half health. They need to try and push in on this. There comes a Shatter. So fast. Pinboli, unbelievable. And the follow-up was there. Poison Ivy getting on the board. Jean Alpha Faded, and of course Ryan managing to get a couple picks himself. And you can see now they are just cleaning up. Very strong, very, very smart first attack on point A. Should be an easy cap of it.
That was a great first attack, and having the Lucio with the Reinhardt really does help. It helps move him quickly into where he needs to be. Because without that Lucio speed burst, I don't know if it would have been as quick of a takeover.
100%. People often forget it's not just about the team fight, it's about the initiation to the team fight as well. And Lucio, such a valuable character. Bring a character like Ryan, who would otherwise be quite slow. Oh, and there goes the Shatter out from Monic. There you can see it. That's going to be a couple of picks. And yep, there's 3 of them. It looks like Jean trying to pull out that Transcendence, but maybe just a little bit too late. Manages to keep his D.Va up, though. Alpha Faded decides, nope, not for me. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Jean gets picked as well on the stagger, and now they're going to have to regroup in spawn. And you can see Budget Titans getting ready to set up at that choke point again. Now you can see that they're trying to hold that choke. Holding that choke the best they can. Once again, it's such a strong place for the defenders to hold C-Funk. Rally coming out from Poison Ivy. Transcendence, as well as the beat drop. There's that D.Va bomb. Reinhardt gets stunned, pulls out a Shatter, but gets taken out. That D.Va bomb, Path going absolutely ham on that one. There's the team kill. Wow. 4 connected on that D.Va bomb, C-Funk.
I mean, that's really, really big. 4 out of 6 players.
Yeah, there's not a lot of ways you're going to come back from a 4-person ultimate at that point. As a matter of fact, at that point, it's better to just try and either get out of there or accept your fate and let them take you out as quick as possible. There you can see, oh my goodness, after the Zarya grab very quickly with that sound barrier, but wow! D.Va's responding to D.Va's, a Reaper Man getting 4 picks themselves, and that should be very easy now for Wasted Potential to clean up and start getting a little bit of movement on that payload. You can see the mini D.Va just trying her best, but getting a little bit staggered along the way. And there you can see now they are pushing forward, going to try and hold as much space as they can in order to try and get some staggers and also give themselves a little bit of free room to move that payload. We now see again a Reaper Man trying to be ready to work that D.Va defense matrix, try and take any of that excess damage so the Ryan shield doesn't go down too quickly. That being said, they do manage to move in on the initiation. There's the hammered down, coming out from Pinboli again. The Transcendence out after the grab as well. They get a couple of picks from that initial shatter though, and that should be enough for Wasted Potential to finish this fight off, and that should be enough to get them the win for the map as well. You can see though, D.Va manages to get there, gets the nano boost from Ana, and there's a couple people, but not anyone on the payload. Wasted Potential pulls off the first ever match, or at least map win, I should say, on the Proving Grounds Arena. And not a surprising play of the game at all. And there you can see an absolute beast of a Reinhardt in Pinboli there. He manages to get well, what was that? Was that a 5 or a 6-man kill? That was a lot, and it shows why I personally love playing Reinhardt. It's why I love watching Reinhardt gameplay. Plays like that he saw it, he went for it, and there was absolutely nothing that Budget Titans were able to do to counter that in time. It was a massive play and Wasted Potential. Credit where credit is due. They saw that, they went for it, and they absolutely did an insane job of following up as well, C-Funk.
I mean, that has to go back to great team communication. You know, dropping ults isn't just like, hey, I'm gonna drop this now, and maybe I'll drop, you know, a D.Va bomb here. It's coordination, it's communication. It's being able to work together.
Which I always think is so weird, because climbing up the ladder in solo queue, it kind of feels that way, right? Where you just like, people get an ult, they use it, and it didn't work out, but my team's still throwing, it has nothing to do with me. And no, but you're right. The coordination, the communication, you can tell Wasted Potential was having some issues they were talking about originally with team communication, and they've addressed that, and they have done an incredible job, and that's why it showed so well on that particular match against Budget Titans, which is no slouch of a team themselves.
You have to look at the ultimates that were used. So we had, you know, the Earth Shatter, which you guys just saw, taking out, you know, more
the
than
whole team,
basically the whole team. And then you had 2 D.Va bombs. You know,
yes.
one from Budget Titans, one from Wasted Potential, and each taking out 4 people on the team. You know, there are only 6 people on the team. That's a lot. That's really big for your team. If you're able to take out 4 people with 1 ultimate, that's basically a team wipe. And I mean,
and the rest is history, basically, as they say. You're 100% right, and we got to talk about those 2 D.Va bombs, both of back to back, unbelievable. Like you mentioned, both of them managing to get 4 picks on the enemy team, which, as you've already said, is pretty much a guaranteed team win. It's you. Congratulations, you just won that fight solo for your team. How beautifully placed were those D.Va bombs? You have to wonder how many attempts in their training, in their practice, how often are they trying these exact throws? Where are they going to go that we're going to be able to hit as many different angles, and also guarantee that as many characters that maybe don't have that Lucio speed boost or a Reinhardt shield or something like that to duck behind? How do we manage to basically isolate as many of them as possible? And well, both teams just doing incredible jobs of it. Both D.Va players needing and deserving praise for those ultimates.
Well, and you have to look at the map as well. So we were at Kings Row, narrow alleyway where they were at. Everyone's basically in a tight area to begin with. Not a lot of escape, so that's a great place to drop a D.Va bomb.
You're not wrong at all. And again, I already said the rest is history, but we saw it, and holy smokes! I feel like I say holy smokes a lot, but that's how I felt watching that. It was like there were so many incredible ultimates there. The healers, we got to give some credit to them as well on both teams. A lot of great defensive ults. Times where you'd see 2-3 ults come out, and all of a sudden, all countered by 1 Transcendence or 1 beat drop from a Lucio. And you got to give credit to the healers for that, for the support heroes and the players playing them, of course, because wow, it is so difficult to time it perfectly that you're not wasting those defensive ults, but at the same time, you're managing to get them off in time, especially something like Lucio Sound Barrier, where he actually jumps into the air and there's that momentary delay between when you press the button, when you press Q, and when it actually goes off, to make sure that you still manage to save whichever character was about to go down, often the main tank.
Yeah, it's critical. So our next map, we're doing things a bit differently. So the team that doesn't win the map is actually going to pick our next map. Yes. And I believe they've selected Nepal.
They did, at least that's what I'm hearing as well, which is, of course, a control map for anyone at home that doesn't know. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that as we enter into the map. But yeah, we're going to be entering into Nepal control. Now, C-Funk, we saw Wasted Potential doing just a great job on that last round. What do you think we need to see Budget Titans do or change up in order to swing the tide a little more in their favor for this next round?
Oh gosh, both teams are doing such a great job, honestly. But just team communication is really just critical. Mm-hmm. Great team communication and just hitting those shots.
I agree. I also wanted to just say I think that they need to find a way to shut down Pimboli. If he stays on that Reinhardt, that was incredible Reinhardt gameplay. I absolutely was beyond impressed with it all, and they're going to need to make sure that they're tracking his ults. They're going to need to make sure that they're blocking them with shields. They will need to make sure they do something, because if they let him just continue on that tear on a rampage, I don't know if they're going to have any way to slow down Wasted Potential.
He's definitely one to watch out for. I mean, taking out 5 members of a team definitely proves it right there. So we'll have to see what they come up with.
Yeah, and he is, of course, C-Funk, and for everyone at home as well. He is actually a sub from the Wasted Potential EU team. So he's not someone that we have necessarily gone to see a lot playing in this particular lineup, this particular roster. But I know that after watching just one match with him, or one map with him, rather, I'm like, okay, let's put him on again. This was fantastic. This was great. So I love seeing it. I believe the teams are just about ready as well, C-Funk.
I mean, I say let's go.
I know I'm ready if you're ready, and if the teams are ready, well then, hey, let's get back into the match. Let's get back into the gameplay, and let's watch as we join into Nepal control. As we've already mentioned, once again, for anyone tuning in right now, my name's Bloomer, and joining me is C-Funk Play. We're going to be your casters tonight as we join in for the second map here in a scrim between Wasted Potential and Budget Titans. First map, very strong victory from Wasted Potential. Now, we're going into control, which is just a little bit different than what we saw in the last map. You can see where the camera is pointed right now. Both teams are going to be fighting over this area of the map. It's very easy. It's very simple. All you need to do is stand in there, take control of the point, and knock the enemy team out, whether by reducing their HP down to 0 or knocking them off the map and off of the point. Sounds simple, much harder to do in practice.
And another thing to keep in mind, we will be going to all 3 maps in this control point. So some excitement there, as we'll get to see a lot more gameplay no matter the outcome.
Exactly. So what's great about this, again, because this is a scrim in our very first ever match here on TPG Arena, the Proving Grounds Arena, we wanted to make sure we're giving you people at home, as much bang for your buck as possible. And considering you're going to watch this for free, this is a whole lot of bang for that buck. Teams coming out once again. We've got Wasted Potential in the blue, Budget Titans in the red. You can see, looks like fairly similar strategies coming out. Both teams going to be running Winston D.Va compositions, and once again, you can see 3 tanks and 3 healers on both sides. Pimboli on the Winston this time. We're going to be seeing what he has to offer for us. You can see a very early boot. No one quite getting pushed off, although very, very close.
Very close. And Fishman jumps off the map. That's going to be a slip of the finger. And Pimboli goes as well, knocked off by Pixels. And you can see right now it's Budget Titans. It's all Budget Titans. They're going to go ahead and cap that point first.
And we did warn about the edge of the map, such a dangerous location to be standing next to, as you can get booped.
And you know, we're seeing it here right this moment, C-Funk. That initial pick on the Lucio was more than enough in order to well guarantee, more or less, may not quite guarantee, but almost guarantee that first initial fight for Budget Titans. And now you can see that percentage ticking up. Pimboli trying to work his way through this, trying to get by that choke, but a lot of damage coming his way. He manages to pull back and drop that shield, keep himself alive, and Pixels goes down. Pimboli uses that Primal Rage, gets himself back to full health. Of course, Monic goes ahead and Primal Rages as well. They're both going for this one right now. They're both trying to get some picks, and Zarya very low. There he goes. Pimboli takes him out. That's a huge pick. Jun also taking out Monic as well. And it should be at this point cleanup for Wasted Potential to take over that point and flip it. You can see Adel trying to stall that out best they can. And they managed to flip it after just 53% goes to Budget Titans.
And that's a great flip. We've got so many movable, that's not the word I'm looking for, but characters that are able to quickly move about, hop about the map, get to where you need to go.
Mobile might be the word we were looking for on that one, eh?
Yes, there we go.
Movable, mobile. It's so similar. It's M words.
Yeah, you know
there you can see Pimboli manages to get taken out that time, and it was Pixels coming in with a very big pick. Alpha Faded, though, manages to take Pixels out for all of their hard work, for all their trouble. That Transcendence out trying to get the team to the point. And there you can see now a Transcendence coming out from Jun as well. That D.Va Bomb and the Zarya grab. No picks though whatsoever. We were talking about great defensive ults, and that was one of them. Jun on fire and deservingly so. Pick going from Alpha Faded, getting Black Ice out of map. And oh, Path nudged Alpha Faded off the map. And oh, a Reaper Man! Another huge play! Are you kidding me right now? Reaper Man!
He took out 4 people!
What is happening here? D.Va Bombs are going off left, right, and center. And what the heck? C-Funk, did you see that?
I mean, it was pretty hard not to see. That was a great placement of the D.Va Bomb. Everyone was trying to get on point, trying to flip it, and that D.Va Bomb went off. And I don't know, they tried backing out. They really did.
A pick once again. Pixels taken out quickly by the Winston on Wasted Potential. Pimboli doing a great job. Uses his Primal Rage and just beats Adel into a corner. It's gotta feel bad. What are you gonna do? Now you can see Winston again, now for Budget Titans, trying to get out, doesn't manage to. And well, that's going to be more than enough to make Budget Titans have to back out. And that's all sorts of trouble for them right now as the percentage is ticking up. That well, it doesn't matter. Transcendences, all sorts of ultimates coming out. Can't get by that Zarya grab, and that's going to be it. Wasted Potential gets that full 100%. Absolute brilliance coming back again after that initial loss on the first fight. Did a great job of collecting themselves, flipping things around, and well, again, we see now Wasted Potential starting to look just great tonight, just looking on fire.
That D.Va Bomb was at the right place, right time, because they were looking to flip that point. Everyone was on the point, which, you know, if you're trying to keep them off the point, that's not where you want to be. You want to be closer, you know, to the choke point. But they were able to push them back after that D.Va Bomb went off because they were trying to back out and regroup. So, I mean, it's a great placement of a D.Va Bomb. Great time to use it.
1000%. And now you can see we've got Pimboli back over on the Rhine. Monic is well playing the Rhine. They decide, I guess, that Reinhardt is the right way to go for this particular map. And oh, that Fire Strike taking out Pixels, going right through all the shielding, and that's going to be that's going to be probably, as long as no team players get overly aggressive. Reaper Man does get taken out of mech, but other than that, it's all for Wasted Potential. And you can see Pimboli already at 95% ult. He's going to have that Earth Shatter ready for the next fight.
He will, and looking at D.Va, she's gonna have her D.Va Bomb on Wasted Potential's side, and the ults aren't quite as built up on Budget Titans.
Not quite, not yet, and that's why we always say that first fight is so important for ult economy. It sets the foot. Oh, and a massive shatter! Absolutely huge! Sad timing for Monic to drop that shield just at about the worst possible moment there. And, well, it connects with almost the whole team. Pimboli does a fantastic job. You can see, no, there is one, however, on the point. And you can see that they are just taking their time. It's that poor mini D.Va. They are just doing everything they can to stagger her as long as possible. C-Funk, sometimes it almost feels painful to watch, doesn't it?
It is painful. I mean, but it's a great way to waste time because your team doesn't want to go in without a D.Va. A D.Va in mech, should I say.
You're definitely not wrong, and the longer they stall it out, of course, it just eats more and more time off the clock, and every second you can see right now, Wasted Potential getting an extra percentage on that ticker. You can see in the middle, they're already up to 64% now. And, well, they've still got that ultimate economy going in their favor as well. You can see Pixels, though, trying to use their rally to keep the team alive. And, well, big shatter, it gets blocked. Oh, absolutely chaotic gameplay back and forth with Alpha Faded managing to take Monic out. And once again, there's the shatter, no shields in the way. Big picks. Wasted Potential looking so strong tonight. They are just, I don't know if it's the team communications. I don't know if it's something that the owners said it back in the dressing room, but look at this. And now you can see Pimboli. He is way up there. He still manages to get picks, though. He's managing to get picks, and on the point, you can see that D.Va bomb going off. Doesn't do anything except for a remech, and Black Ice knocked out once again. The Lucio sound barrier comes out from Fishman, making sure his team is alive and well. And with all the picks going Wasted Potential's way, it looks like this is pretty much just going to be a cleanup fight, and that should be a 2-0 at this point. Shatter comes out, but not a lot else to say about that one. Objective secured, 100% to 0%.
And we did see Alpha Faded, excuse me, sorry, do the D.Va bomb at the center of the point, and it was to, I think, create space more than take anyone out there.
And again, just so interesting to see. Pimboli at the end there, he had gone pretty much all the way up to Budget Titan spawn, and he was there by himself. I thought for sure, well, that's an easy way to get picked, but somehow, some way, he managed to stay alive and actually got the Ana Adel taken out at the same time there. Yeah, no, just again, they're going to need to figure out some way to shut down Pimboli. Once again, on that Reinhardt, which we've been seeing so strong today.
We've got a couple of Meis coming into play here on this map. This is a great map for Mei as she is able to block access and, you know, make them go around the other way.
100%. You can see a few different picks here. We can see now that they've also got a Pharah, Pixels on that Pharah now, playing a little more DPS heavy, obviously, this particular composition. You can see, though, right now, Wasted Potential, just holding that point, and no one's able to really move in on them. No one's able to try and stall that out. And you can see the picks also, once again, going in the direction of Wasted Potential, which is going to not only give them that first cap, but give them a little bit of time to work with, as well as a little bit of extra ult economy. Pixels working hard on making sure that they're going to be able to drop a big barrage at some point, though. You can see already up to that 75%. Bar is causing that spam damage, can really build up that ultimate so quickly. And although they're vulnerable while they use it, can have huge damage potential, huge damage output if they manage to get away with it. And there it is, you can see, I knew it was coming out. Pixels managed to get three, and then just cleaning up beyond that, taking out an Alpha Faded and Poison Ivy. A brilliant, beautiful play by Pixels on that Pharah. The rest of the team, of course, giving the Pixels the opportunity to do that. And they do manage to flip it over. Budget Titans now taking over with Wasted Potential at 45%.
Coming into this next fight, though, Wasted Potential will have Rally and Blizzard.
They are going to. They're going to have those two. However, you can see on the other side, They're going to have that nano boost Adel ready to go with that already. And, a very early pick from Copperhead onto Fishman. Losing out Lucio is not going to be beneficial for Wasted Potential at this point. You can see the Brig doing everything she can to try and keep Reinhardt up and alive, doing everything possible. And another pick, this time from Pixels 2, and now they're all coming in as well. Budget Titans doing a fantastic job. It looks like Jean had just popped his Transcendence, trying to keep his team alive, but just a little off. A rare mistake from Jean. He goes down on the point, and, well, hey, it's just a chance for them to regroup, figure out what they gotta change, and now we see Budget Titans up to 60%. First time, I believe, since the initial first cap on the first map in this control round, that they are actually ahead of Wasted Potential. Now you can see there comes the Zarya grab, and back and forth. The Shatter comes out, doesn't connect. A brilliant block this time by Monarch. However, with all the different ults, Wasted Potential does get 3. However, the Mei ult has frozen at least Pimboli. Not going to be enough, though. The rest of the team managing to get away, and it's all cleanup. They did manage to get it all the way to, it looks like 92% before they flipped it over. Wasted Potential back in control of the point.
And you know what? Black Ice was creating quite a bit of trouble there for a moment. They threw up that ice wall right at the right time and then threw out Blizzard, freezing everybody. But again, Wasted Potential was able to rally and break through.
Yeah. No. Wasted Potential, again, they've been doing a fantastic job, and that's not to take away from Budget Titans at all. They're playing great plays. It's just right now, again, we've seen some really 300 IQ ultimates and things like that coming out that have just been really hard to counter. And you can see now there's the sleep on Poison Ivy. They need to try and take her out while they have the opportunity. Don't manage to do it, though. Poison Ivy back up. That Brig, such a deadly character with her ability to shield dash and stun. Black Ice manages to take out Fishman. That's going to be a big pick on the Lucio. Jean pulls out the Transcendence, trying to keep his team up, alive, and well. There comes the Shatter. This time it connects with 2. Reaper Man is down, manages to get back out. Oh, a counter Shatter, and a couple of very big hits there. Pixels using the barrage gets 3, even though that Zarya grab had so many there. Just not going to be enough because of that great ultimate. Again, we're talking about great, intelligent ultimates. And that time, I've got to give a shout out to Pixels on the Pharah, doing just a great job. Manages to get 3. What looked like it was going to be a lost fight and a lost match at that point ends up not being the situation at all. And now you can see, even though Pimboli manages to get back in time, that Mei ultimate's freezing them, and they're just picking them off one at a time as Wasted Potential works their way onto the map, into the control area, trying so hard to make something happen. But it's a little too late, although they are managing to keep the overtime extended. Oh, one more time. Brilliant move by Tracer. That's alpha faded. And once again, Pimboli manages to get back. They've just been stalling this out right now. It's very hard to win a 6v1, but you gotta give credit. This has been going on for quite a while. There it goes, though. Budget Titans manages to take them out and take that final point. And we see this particular round going 2-1 now for Wasted Potential. Now, the question is, no, I don't believe we're going to be doing any more. It was, again, just doing all 3 of the maps in that particular situation. And that's going to give Wasted Potential, despite the fact that Budget Titans came back and won that last one, it's going to go ahead and give Wasted Potential a 2-0 win so far, or a 2-0 lead, I should say, so far for the night and for the first ever match here in TPG Arena.
And can we talk about Pixels? I mean, those ultimates on Pharah were so critical, and I definitely believe helped the team out in many ways.
Oh, 100%, especially that one. Again, it was very interesting to see, in all honesty. When I first saw that ultimate come out after the Zarya grab, I wasn't 100%. I was thinking to myself, maybe Wasted, but not at all. And again, this is why these guys are playing at this level, and I'm just talking about the game, because wow, a brilliant ultimate, and it managed, again, I believe it got 3 picks on Wasted Potential, which was more than enough for them to go from, hey, we're probably going to lose this team fight, to, oh, easy cleanup, no problem whatsoever. Let me just, like, here, hold my drink for me, and move on. And that did get them, again, that we'll call it a moral victory. Got them that moral victory, one map in their bank. Granted, it's still, like I said, overall for the night so far, 2-0 Wasted Potential over top of Budget Titans. But again, it made it a lot closer, and it looks a lot better.
And so that does mean Budget Titans does get to pick our next map, and we're going to be going to Hanamura.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. Now, that is, and again, for anyone at home that maybe isn't aware of it, that's an assault map. So what that means is that they're going to be taking over point A and then point B. Teams are going to flip back and forth between attack and defense. We'll talk more about it when it actually comes up, of course. But again, you know, we've been talking about different things. We've been talking about specific players, C-Funk. But I just want to make a mention to the fact that we saw a Mei coming out from both teams on the same maps. You can really see how kind of different teams, despite their different strengths, their different weaknesses, often come down to settle on, hey, on this particular map, this situational character kind of works for what we're trying to do, this meta. So let me ask you now, we're moving in, as we already mentioned, into an assault map, Hanamura. Do you think we're going to be seeing more 3-3? Or do you think that we're going to be seeing some other new, unique strategies that we're very privileged to have the opportunity to witness here on TPG Arena?
Like you were saying, each map is different, so it just depends on how the teams want to work it. But I think we might be seeing a little bit of a different strategy here. I think we'll probably see a little bit more Pharah on this map.
And you gotta love that Pharah, because again, we know for a fact that Hellball on Wasted Potential runs an incredible Pharah. And then we saw, again, it was Pixels over for Budget Titans, that, like, again, you really can see, if no one is checking that Pharah, what a difference maker of a character that can be.
I mean, definitely causing havoc, raining down from above, as she says, you know, when she does ult. So
yes,
definitely someone to watch out for.
And it's so great. Again, we talk about it, and we see a lot still, obviously, of 3 tank, 3 support. And I always say, you know, I'm a tank main, so I've loved that meta. I think that's a great meta. Not everyone has agreed with me along the way of that. So we've been seeing a lot more attack and damage characters, DPS characters lately. It's kind of, I gotta say, even as a tank main, it's been a nice change of pace to see, because again, seeing characters, whether it's a Mei, whether it's a Widowmaker, whether it's a Pharah, it's just nice to see the wide variety of what can be done in this game. Because as you know, C-Funk, there really is so many different ways to play Overwatch. And it's great to see us expand from just that one tried and true method, as we always like to call it.
Keeps things a little bit spicy. So
it does keep them spicy. I was like thinking, what else can we say? Sweet and sour? No, maybe that's not exactly it. It's definitely great. That being said, C-Funk, we teased everyone a little bit earlier. We teased, and I think this is one of those things that you're going to get the opportunity to talk about. So I'm going to shut up, and why don't you give them a little more hints about what's going on?
All right. So this month, and only in this month, we are doing a Proving Grounds Arena contest, I guess you could say. We will be releasing specific dates as to when this is happening, but they should be in chat now. So if you select these specific dates, you will be getting $30 when you win. And you can select as many dates as you would like. The only catch, you have to have a different team, a different scrim partner, so that you can meet other teams and, you know, get to know them.
Wait. So C-Funk, let me stop you right there for a moment. So you're telling me, for this free service we're providing right now, people are able to come in, get their matches broadcast, shown on the big screen, an opportunity to show off what you and your team have been working on, And now what you're telling me is this month only, that if they manage to do that, if something as simple and easy as that, they actually get the opportunity to win $30 on top of that.
But not just $30, because you could select as many dates as you would like, as long as you have a different scrim partner. So that could potentially add up.
And I believe that all that means, of course, is that they would need to also be part of the Proving Grounds Arena. So, of course, by clicking on the link below, guys, it's maybe not a link, it's one of the panels below for the Discord, the Wasted Potential Discord. It's very easy. It's very simple. Get your team involved. Get your friends' teams involved. Get that neighbor involved. Get your third cousin who you heard one time, I think he plays Overwatch. Oh, you're on a team? Great. Let me send you a link. Get everyone involved, because there are going to be a bunch of dates available this month and this month only. And as you already mentioned, C-Funk, giving an opportunity just to play some Overwatch, get your name out there, and win some money while winning the game, and the respect of everyone as you proved yourself in the arena.
I mean, what could be better?
I can't think of anything, C-Funk. This is massive news. And I know myself, I'm thinking, like, I want to call up a couple of my friends and maybe see if I can get a team going.
Exactly, yeah. I'm going to be calling up a few friends myself.
Oh my goodness. We'll have to. The problem is most of my friends, we might not win the match is the problem, And again, as you already mentioned, you do have to win in order to get that, and you do have to make sure, if you want to sign up for multiple days, as C-Funk mentioned, that you have a different scrim team that you're going to be playing against. You can sign up multiple times. We'd love to have repeat people coming back to the match. I know we'll see more Wasted Potential. We'll see more Budget Titans. We'll see more of the teams we've seen in the past. We'll see a bunch of new faces. Just make sure that after you do one scrim with them, that you go and you make a friend with someone new in the community, and you match up with them as well. It's that easy. It's that simple, guys. And again, free money. Do you like free money, C-Funk?
I do, and I like making new friends. So wicked.
So there you go.
Better.
I can't think of much myself. Now, again, so we've been watching Wasted Potential versus Budget Titans today. Again, for anyone just joining us right now, we just came off that huge announcement. Opportunities for you to not only be broadcast for free, but to win some money just by winning a round of Overwatch. That's I still can't even get over that, quite frankly. I'm like, the guys upstairs, I don't know. They're just doing too much for us over here. But yeah, no, we've seen so far really great gameplay, and my co-caster joining me, she's taken off now. But we've seen some incredible gameplay, but so far, Wasted Potential doing a fantastic job, an absolutely fantastic job tonight, led by Pimboli in that main tank position. He has been more or less unstoppable, C-Funk.
He really has. You would think with a new team member coming in, maybe it'd be a little disjointed, but they're proven, they're proven me wrong. It doesn't matter if you're new. You can jump in and still have great communication and teamwork.
You're not wrong. And again, it is important to remember, he is part of the Wasted Potential team, just he's part of the EU team. So believe it or not, Wasted Potential has multiple teams underneath them, or within them, I should say. And they've got everything from top 500 teams to all sorts of things. And he's part of the EU team, as mentioned. So he's no new face to Wasted Potential. He's just normally over on our EU side. Now, and I believe it was Jeanne who we see all the time, of course, on Zenyatta, who helped form that team as well.
All right, and it looks like our teams are ready to go. So if you, Bloomer, are ready for more Overwatch, and viewers are ready for more Overwatch, I think we're into it.
Try and stop me, C-Funk. The way these guys are playing tonight, I can't wait. I know you can't wait either, chat. Let's jump into it. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what happens. And guys, you can see once again in chat, they have all the dates currently mentioned for what days are available and what days are not available. So make sure that if you're on a team and you're thinking to yourself, maybe get in touch right now because it is first come, first serve. And we want to make sure that, the people that are watching right now have an opportunity, have the first dibs, as you will, C-Funk. And Hanamura looked beautiful this time of year, didn't it, C-Funk?
Oh yes, absolutely beautiful.
That being said, just a little bit. Some technical difficulties along the way. Sadly, these things do happen. Not a problem though. It gives you and me more opportunities to be on the camera and just chat with you beautiful people at home as well. Although that being said, I'm already being told that they are ready to go. So I guess we'll go back into the gameplay. Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
Yeah, a little bit better.
that looks good. We're getting there now, guys. So once again, for those of you at home wondering what the heck is going on, tonight we are doing a scrim match between Wasted Potential and Budget Titans. The voice you're hearing right now, my name is Bloomer. I'm joined by the lovely C-Funk Play. And we've had the opportunity to watch this absolutely fantastic historical night here on TPG Arena, the very first broadcast ever on our official channel. We're so happy to have you here. Welcome in, guys. So far, tonight's matchup between Wasted Potential and Budget Titans, although close, has been going in Wasted Potential's favor. They're up 2-0 so far in the maps. Make sure, if you're enjoying yourself here, you do hit that follow button. We want to see you back, and we're going to be doing all sorts of casts over here from now until you can. I was going to say till they get rid of us, but I don't know if they're going to get rid of us anytime soon, C-Funk.
No, I was going to say till the end of time, but maybe that's a super long time.
Well, that is a long time. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to live that long personally, but oh my goodness. So
looking up at the teams, we see a Pinboli on an Orisa, which is a great spot to be. We've got ourselves a Bastion setting up in that top right corner, looking down on that choke.
And what we've been seeing so often recently on Hanamura has been this bunker style of composition. It is our first time seeing Pinboli on the Orisa though. So it's going to be interesting to see, are they as dominant on this tank as they have been on the others so far? I can't wait to see. And you can see now they're doing a good job of just holding that high ground as Budget Titans tries very, very hard to push in. They're coming in on that left side. You can see the Maywall up, trying to give them a little bit of barrier, a little bit of protection from that Bastion. And now they've made it onto the point very quickly. That Maywall out again, and Monic managing to get the pick on the D.Va. Very nicely done. Good work as a coercive usage. Budget Titans managing to take them out, and that's going to be more and more picks going in their favor. Maybe just a little slow on that rotation there by Wasted Potential.
That Maywall really causing some chaos. The door they were planning on coming through, they couldn't go through. They had to spend a few extra moments trying to take that wall down, and when they did, Budget Titans was ready.
Yeah, and of course that Maywall, using it so effectively, not only to block it off, but to separate the team so that they were able to take on one member by themselves, which, again, it's very difficult to win a 6v6 in this game, let alone a 6v1. And if you do find yourself in that position, it's mostly just try and get out, try not to stagger yourself, but it's very, very unlikely. And there you can see, once again, another great Maywall to separate the team. You can see Alpha Faded trying to work their way through it. But despite Pinboli managing to take out Black Ice, the picks are going towards Budget Titans' favor right now. And Path on the Mercy managing to get Black Ice back up with that res. Now you can see on the point, there's back and forth. The Shatter coming out, as does the Zarya Grab. There goes Pixels once again on that Pharah. Manages to take one out, and a lot of picks right now going in the favor of Budget Titans. This is not going well for Wasted Potential at all. They've got to try and get someone on the point. They do manage the Lucio, but it's very quickly slept by Adel. Very nicely played indeed. and they're just throwing bodies at the point right now. The defender spawn advantage coming in favor right now for Wasted Potential, but is it going to be enough? The numbers are starting to go in their favor. The Mail coming out though from Black Ice once again manages to get a couple in there. You can see 2 picks, Poison Ivy and Jun, and now Hellball as well. Reaverman takes Pixels out though. That's going to be a big pick right now. You can see they're just trying to stall out that point. That's what they need to do, is keep one person on the point the whole time, and it looks like though that's going to be it. No one else able to get there. Poison Ivy so close to managing to stall that out just a little bit longer. But nonetheless, at the end of that, we can see round 1 complete. 2-0 so far with 5 minutes 14 seconds left in the 5 minutes 14 seconds rather left in the time bank. C-Funk.
That's right. I think between the May walls and Pharah raining down rockets from above, it's a great combination. You've got May blocking off a path for Wasted Potential. Then you've got, the Pharah up top just raining down, taking members out, and just disrupting the team.
100%. And again, Pharah, it's such an interesting character because the mobility, because of those interesting angles that a Pharah can pull off on. You have to make a conscious decision as a team. Do we focus the Pharah down quickly and try and make sure that the value that Pharah is providing is gone ASAP? Or do you worry more about your positioning? Hide behind corners, try and make it so that that Pharah more or less is just there providing spam to nowhere. And at that point, work on getting other members of the team down quickly so that the Pharah is that last member left alive and you just deal with them at the end as a team. And so far, well, hey, I hate to say it, it wasn't the most successful defense for Wasted Potential, but Budget Titans just really showing how smart they are on the attack. And again, credit to the May. Those May walls were just on point, and they really did make all the difference. Black Ice doing a phenomenal job on May in order to help get the team a very, very fast cap on both point A and point B.
We are getting to see Alpha Faded on Symmetra, possibly trying to get them either into that small room. Oh,
and there it is. You see it. Absolutely. You called it, C-Funk. And now Pimboli on the Rhine again. So again, we've seen a lot of Reinhardt play. Monic also playing on that Rhine, though. They decided not to try as heavy of a bunker composition as Wasted Potential did. And once again, another Symmetra teleport. Now they're dropping right in front of that point. Very, very smart initiation, taking as little damage as possible. And you can see now they're going around swinging that hammer right now. Pimboli manages to take out Monic. Copperhead, though, responds taking out Hellball on that Zarya. Question is, what's more important, the main tank or the off tank? And you can see Poison Ivy getting a pick on Black Ice. That's going to be huge as well. No more May walls to separate the team. You can see Reaperman on the Lucio working that Pharah down. Pharah manages to get away with just about 2 HP. And they're back to the point, taking it over, trying their best to cap it, and they've only got one person trying so hard to stall it out over there for Budget Titans. And, well, they are managing to get back. And, oh! Pimboli has to get a huge shatter out, manages to get it because that nano boosted Rhine, very, very difficult to fight. Reinhardt v Reinhardt if one of them has a nano boost and it's not you. However, there you can see both Rhines getting knocked out, taken out. It's a Path on the Mercy, though, raising Monic, and that might be enough. That might be enough for them to manage to stabilize. It is Poison Ivy going down, and that's going to cause Wasted Potential to have to group back up and make something happen here.
That's right. That Pharah, though, is causing some issues for them in that small space. That is not what you want. Rockets raining on you.
No, I would say there's never really a good time to have rockets raining on you,
That's
but especially not in a tight enclosed area.
Yeah. It's all that splash damage.
Yeah, and you can see lots and lots of ultimates ready to go for this next fight. You have to wonder, what do you think they're going to be committing here, C-Funk, from both teams?
Well, they had a very unique path that they took, in, and I liked that, but they were only able to do it because of the Symmetra teleporters.
And let's take a moment to recognize that Alpha Fate had actually just traded off of that, and I went over to the D.Va instead. That being said, Monic managed to take out Jun very early on, and that's going to be enough that Wasted Potential knows, despite the fact that they're taking a little longer here. a little bit longer than they want to, they know we're not moving in, not without our Zenyatta, not without Jund providing some additional heals, his Discord Orb, and just the massive amount of damage output that Jund is so well known here for in the Proving Grounds. The rally comes out as they move forward, although that Mei wall, once again, there to try and just split the team up. Monic taking Poison Ivy out with that charge, and you can see Jund once again managing to keep the rest of his team up and alive, but will it be enough? And again, Black Ice on the Mei, doing phenomenal work on those walls. Despite the Zarya grab being out, the team couldn't follow up at all. Wasted Potential can do nothing with it because that Mei wall being in the way. And now the picks once again going in Budget Titan's favor. You can see they are doing a phenomenal job and now pushing past the choke, trying to get those last few picks, build up their ults a little more, and once again, stagger as many of Wasted Potential members as they can.
And they were really doing a great job there. They were focusing. They seem more focused. They're focusing on one hero and then moving immediately to the other. Taking out Penboli is a big, big hit.
You know, I gotta say, this is... Oh, and they don't manage to get to the point on time. Budget Titans does manage to pull off this win, which brings the match for the night, guys, up to 2-1 for Wasted Potential over Budget Titans. But that is some signs of life, and that might be enough. They might be able to swap this around. We're gonna have to wait and see. Play of the game, not surprisingly, and well-deserved by Black Ice on that Mei. They're just phenomenal work, doing absolutely phenomenal work on the Mei there. C-Funk. We talked about damage characters making a return. How did Mei and Black Ice on Mei? How did that work for you?
I mean, that was terrific to see. You saw great ice wall placements, great ultimate for Mei's Blizzard, in again, right place, right time, making good calls.
Yeah, no, 100%. You said it. I've said. I think all of chat probably is aware of this as well. Those Mei walls were just stellar along the way, doing exactly what you want a Mei to do. It always seems to be red team's Mei does it. My team's Mei doesn't seem to understand that that's the way the wall works. It was absolutely beautifully well done. Every single Mei wall, pretty much across the board, was there to split up the team, to stop them from being able to push forward. They were brilliantly placed, and I'm happy to see that they got the play of the game as well, just because so often the plays that make massive differences don't get recognized. They're plays that maybe in the grand scheme, a boop that pushed a Reinhardt off of a charge or something like that don't often get seen. The Mei wall is one of those ones that so often can be a difference maker in a fight, but in that they don't get recognized for it. The game just recognizes, yeah, a Mei wall went up. But meanwhile, it really won the team fight for them. And again, it was just really cool to see the play of the game going that direction as well, C-Funk.
It really was. And I think last map we got to see like a little bit of a hint of Mei, but I mean, this one was just, it was great to see. It was extraordinary.
It was, and you have to wonder, is this starting to mark the change of the meta right now? Again, we've been seeing the 3-3 so prevalent for so long right now. 3 tanks, 3 supports, because they are just so bulky. The tanks are able to take on so much damage that they would move into place, and with the healers, just this massive amount of healing, AoE, and as well as some direct healing, that they were just able to sustain for so long that you could bully your way onto any point or any area that they needed to, and then just say, this is our area, tough luck, try and move in on us. But there we saw, again, a Mei, a character that doesn't necessarily have the highest DPS output, but is so good at causing disruptions and causing basically just chaos and frustration for the enemy team. And again, we saw it used to just maximum effectiveness, and it did get Budget Titans a strong win on that last map.
It did. And speaking of maps, Wasted Potential is going to be selecting our next map. I did have a little bit of trouble hearing what map that would be.
Yeah.
So they're going to be going to Rialto, which is going to be an escort map. One of my favorite maps.
Yeah, I know you love Rialto. We talk about it from time to time. I believe it's the all the little what am I gonna call them? The rivers? No, the all the
Canals.
little canals. That's the
Canals.
word. I'm like lake. No, it's definitely not a lake.
It's
Maybe
not
if
a
you look off in the
lake.
distance, there might be a lake out there. But yeah, it's one of those maps where it's so easy to be caught out of position. We often like to joke about how one slip of the toe can cause a diva to fall off the map, and well, we've seen that exact
We
thing
have
happen
seen
in the
it.
past. So
We
so
have seen it. Hopefully, that's not something we see today. But yeah, going from the first checkpoint with the payload going to point two is so dangerous. Crossing that bridge, having to reset across the bridge and come back over it again. Um, it's a difficult spot.
mhm.
It's one of my favorites because if they've got a Lucio,
This is true. It can be a very boop heavy map for sure.
mm-hmm.
However, not every team decides to run that. Again,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking about how the meta has been changing,
Mm-hmm.
the meta has been shifting. There are multiple ways to play Overwatch at any given time. And so often I see teams that they get it in their head. They go, this is the way I saw this played in the pro leagues. I want to play this way. This is the right way, and any other way is wrong. And that's just not the case. You can go something a little heavier with bunker and boop, so you can run something like an Orisa, who has the ability to pull members of the enemy team to different locations, so they can try and use that to pull people off the map. They can try and do something heavier bunker, though, again still with an Orisa on defense, that with like a Bastion or a Torbjorn even set up behind. You could try something a little more mobile. You may want to try and surprise the enemy team if you're on attack. Use a little more of a dive heavy or even death ball composition. So something like a Winston, for example, diving in with D.Va and other supports like Lucio, Mercy, keeping them alive. Try and get those early picks on some of the squishier characters on the defending team before getting back out, separating the enemy teams as well. Or then I guess I should say a death my words, they're hard today, guys. Death ball composition coming together, something led by like a Reinhardt Zarya style composition, where they're going to be a little more susceptible to those boops, but able to move through the map with a shield guarding them no matter where they go. So lots of different viable playstyles on this next map coming up.
And that's what I love about it so much. And that's honestly what I love about Overwatch is, every team plays differently. Every team plays every map differently. So I find it intriguing what teams pick on what maps.
Yeah, no,
It also
absolutely.
gives me ideas for my own gameplay.
I always say I love watching it at this level of Overwatch because you're right. It gives you so
Mm-hmm.
many ideas. We saw, for example, on this exact map, the last time we did a match like this, we saw an unbelievably cool strategy where they held
So
right up,
unique.
right up against, and it was
Never
so
seen
neat.
anything like it.
I since that actually, C-Funk, I don't know if I told you this, but I actually
haven't.
tried. I tried that strategy in one of my
How'd it go?
matches. It did not go well. It did not go well at all. Apparently, there's a big difference between a team that practices and plays together all the time versus a team of 6 solo people that, hey, I saw this once. Don't worry. Trust me, it'll work.
And then you all just got annihilated, and the payload moved pretty far, huh?
my team very quickly said we shouldn't have trusted you. So
they go, we're not gonna listen to you.
yeah, maybe I didn't get a many shot caller endorsements on that match. I can't remember.
But that's okay. That's all right because you know what? It's always cool to try it, and you know what? If it doesn't work out for you, it doesn't work out for you. But our last teams, it definitely worked out for.
It did. It was really cool, and I'm very curious to see. Are we going to see something similar to that again? We've seen Wasted Potential in the past. We've seen some of the different strategies they've done. They've done things such as again, we've seen DPS heavy compositions. We don't know what Budget Titans is going to be bringing forth here, and it's just a thrilling thing to see. And after that last map as well, C-Funk, I don't know about you, but I think we all may have been counting Budget Titans out just a little bit too early because they were looking very strong, very powerful, and they really showed why they are at this level of Overwatch competitive play.
They've really rallied, and communication is key. So I think that's, maybe they had a bit of a fumble of communication before, but whatever they're doing now is working.
You're not wrong. And with that, the teams are ready. So we're going to go join them again. C-Funk, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Chat, are you ready? I'm going to assume you said yes. As we move back into Rialto, guys, again, this is an escort map. We're going to be talking about that is just a second here. As we move on, as we move in here, you can see the beautiful, what do we call them? Canals?
Canals.
The canals. See, that was my Canadian accent coming in there, C-Funk. Canals. I believe actually Work would have a lot of experience. He was just on his honeymoon in areas like this.
Which is ironic because, he was the diva that we saw fall into the canal on his own.
You're not wrong, although he's going to hate you for mentioning that later, but...
Probably.
But you're not wrong. And hey, you know what? Maybe it was just foreshadowing. He was planning out the honeymoon in advance, and he thought, you know what? Hey, let's just check out how clean are these waters.
Just wanted to check the temperature of it,
Yes. So once again, this is an escort map, so everyone understands what that means at home. Those of you that don't know, they're going to be pushing the payload today. So they just need to push that payload through 3 separate checkpoints. You can see the blue team, Wasted Potential, going to be on defense first. They're going to be running what looks like a fairly standard 3-3 composition. Jun on the Zenyatta, not surprising to see there the Zenyatta version of a 3 support, 3 tank. Chat, once again, my name's Bloomer. Joining me is my co-caster, the very, very lovely C-Funk Play. We've been watching some incredible Overwatch today between Wasted Potential and Budget Titans. Wasted Potential is currently up 2-1 for the day, but there is a lot of opportunity here and a lot of chances for Budget Titans to come back. And if they win this map, it's 2-2 all of a sudden, and we're going to our 5th tiebreaker round. Very quick, very quick. Oh, look at that. 2 picks. Copperhead managing to get out Pimboli, and we also saw, well, now we're seeing everybody going down. Poison Ivy down. We saw Jun go down. He made the swap over to Ana as well. And it's going to be the early team fight and the early ult economy going in Budget Titans' favor.
And I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say it, but that Mei wall was really something. I haven't seen a Mei played on this map, so I think it's definitely an interesting pick. And, blocking off that bridge for no escape was
300 IQ. 300 IQ. And now you can see it's Adel on the Ana, just hanging out in the back, keeping the team up, keeping the team alive as they hold that space. It's Monic up in the front, and they're just trying to make sure they can get as much payload movement as possible before they have to re-engage. So you can see now Monic managing to pick on Alpha Faded, and it's Pixels with 2 with that ultimate one more time, taking out both Fishman and Poison Ivy. You lose 2 support characters, it's going to be very hard for your team to stay up. And well, you can see it. It's here first, folks. First checkpoint completed and reached for Team Budget Titans with over 5 minutes still left in the time bank. As the team, once again, Wasted Potential, moving towards now that high ground. Going to try and hold that high ground on defense. They're giving up a little bit of space right now, but they know it's okay. What they need to do is they just need to group up. They need to initiate this properly. And now they got knocked down to the low ground. And, they almost saw the Pimboli get separated by that Mei, but now you can see that Mei Crypto Freeze coming out, trying to get that someone, but doesn't get anyone. Copperhead manages to take out Fishman on the Lucio, though, and now the Nano Boost going out. Adel dropping that Nano Boost on the Reinhardt, and you can see not able to do too much with it. Manages to get 1 pick, it looks like, and they're just doing a great job right now of creating the space. Wasted Potential is being forced further and further back. You almost saw a pick on the Rhine, but not even going to happen. More or less non-contested. Budget Titans managed to run through that second checkpoint. And, now Wasted Potential has to figure something out here to try and stop Budget Titans and the momentum they have going, C-Funk.
They do, and Alpha Theta has swapped onto the McCree for more of a hit scan situation.
Yeah,
Able to really
I think they realize how much of an issue Pixels has been. There comes the Shatter, not connecting with as many as they hope, and the follow-up not quite there, but oh, Pixels makes 2 again. With that ultimate Alpha Faded manages to take him out, but just a little too late, and you can see the Mercy rezzing Pixels, and then all the picks coming through. A beautiful grab, this time from Copperhead, managing to get, I believe it was four caught in that all at once, and they have just been running this payload. This is one of the fastest completions potentially that we'll have ever seen here in the Proving Grounds Arena. However, there you can see Wasted Potential managing to get back. They're managing to get back. They're trying to stall this out, but it's not looking good for them. And with that, you can see round 1 complete. An absolutely phenomenal time bank for Budget Titans.
That was a great run. We saw Mei pulling up the ice wall, blocking Wasted Potential from coming through one side of their spawn, which 2 heroes were running back that way. They got blocked. That costs time. We saw Pinboli try and run to point, trying to block that payload, but it wasn't enough.
A little too late, as they say.
Yes, unfortunately.
For the Wasted Potential fans and of course the team themselves, but all the Budget Titans fans are loving it right now. They must be just absolutely thrilled with the way this has been going, this particular map. And listen, unless Wasted Potential puts out a very strong attack, 4 minutes 31 seconds left on the attack, that's a huge time bank for this particular map.
It is. It's a lot of time, and we're seeing a lot of the same hero selections going on. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They have a method, they have a strategy, they know what they want to run, and they're going to stick with it. That being said, there's a few characters that are just doing so well right now. Both teams have players popping off, but Budget Titans, I don't know what happened, who said what to them in the last, after that, or before, I guess, the last map. But Pixels, Black Ice, Adel, they're doing amazing work. And that's, of course, not to take away from anyone else. Daiko doing a phenomenal job getting important reses off. Monic and Copperhead doing great jobs of creating the space as well. Now you can see a couple of changes made very quickly on the attack there. Poison Ivy getting all sorts of information there on the Sombra right now. Poison Ivy, not often seen on Sombra, but hey, why the heck not, right?
And I love seeing a Widow on this map using those high grounds.
Yeah, and there you can see the hack goes off. Big hack and massive play right now. Guys, you can see they do manage to get the res off on Pixels, who went down, but that's still not going to be enough. Poison Ivy just doing absolute work right now on Sombra. Are you kidding me right now? Now Fishman on Lucio manages to take out both the Reinhardt and the Pharah, and Alpha manages to get a shot off on the Mercy. Huge Widow pick at the end there, and Poison Ivy just doing real work on that Sombra. And C-Funk, I was worried going into this attack, but Wasted Potential is showing me that, hey, it's not over till it's over.
It's not. We do now have a swap up from Pixels. He is now on a Tracer. He's swapped off of the Pharah. And now we also have a Genji for Budget Titans.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see now more picks right now going in Wasted Potential's favor. You can see Budget Titans, maybe a few people were playing just a little too high up. They were trying to stall the payload a little bit too late. And well, now they're trying to group back up, get to that high ground, hold that space, and do a proper 6v6 team fight initiation. You see Pinboli moving forward, gets the nano boost. However, lots of freezing coming out as well as Black Ice throws out that crypto freeze one more time, manages to get a few, and oh my goodness, the picks are all going for Budget Titans. That's 4 that are taken out. Look at Poison currently taking a moment to just look at all the different wares that the shop had to offer there. Also hacking a health pack at the same time, I guess.
You gotta love those purses on the wall.
Yeah, hey, listen, if your whole team's gone, what else have you got to do? And you can see Poison Ivy right now, invisible, hidden behind. They've got that EMP ready to go. They're going to be looking for a few. They got detected, though. They pull it out, and they managed to connect with 3. Monic goes ahead and pops that Primal Rage, though. Poison Ivy's got to get out there and does manage to do a great job of it. And asleep on Pimboli there. That's absolutely huge, but a little too late to save the Mercy. Mercy being taken out, and now you can see Copperhead on Genji using that Genji blade, takes out Reaperman on the D.Va, and Pimboli responds, so takes out Copperman. So often when you use those ultimates, you get yourself caught up a little bit too far forward, and all of a sudden someone else manages to take out. There you can see Pixels taken out though on the Tracer, and now it's they're trying very hard to get more movement on that payload, but you can see there are more and more people from Budget Titans moving on, trying their best to contest that point and just allow the rest of their team to come back. There goes another Primal Rage, and this time, Monic actually managing to take out both Poison Ivy and Pimboli, and that's going to be more than enough for them to have to reset.
It was as a monkey, you probably don't want to end up in the water. Going for a swim.
Yeah, I don't know. Do gorillas swim? Is that a thing? I'm not really sure about that.
They might. I think they probably do.
Do we have a zoologist that can maybe tell us about this one? And as the fight begins, it's Pixels very quickly with a pick on Pimboli. You can see Adel trying to keep their team alive the best they can. Doing a great job. Doing a great job as well. And as the Wasted Potential groups back up, you can see their time clock not looking quite as strong as Budget Titans, but still lots and lots of opportunity. They need to make sure that they shake off any of the nerves they're feeling right now, recenter, refocus, and just play the best Overwatch they can play. There's a big EMP. Wow, 5 people hacked on that EMP. They just need to follow up with this. However, you can see Monic managing to take out Jean. Reaperman takes out Adel in return. There comes oh my goodness, all sorts of things. They're popping basically every ult they've got right now. They have fully committed to this fight. They do not want to lose it. Neither team wants to lose it. You can see now Pimboli, or sorry, not Pimboli, rather, it is blank out names. Monic that went ahead there with a Primal Rage and got a nano boost as well at the same time. Manages to get a couple of picks there, and they hold one more time with only a minute 20 left. Wasted Potential going to be down to probably just one final team fight, C-Funk, in order to push it to that second point.
They do, and coming into it, we do have Jean's nano boost, and they're also going to have a D.Va bomb.
Yeah, so this could be big. Could be big, and Poison Ivy's going to be trying to get that, the D.Va bomb goes off, though, and it gets 2! It gets 2! That might be enough with Poison Ivy managing to get out Pixels on the Tracer as well. Alpha Faded takes Monic out. They just need to go ahead and push it, and they're doing it. They managed to get it. 2 minutes, 13 seconds left on the clock now for them to try and complete this. Now, no matter what, C-Funk, they are definitely going to be having the time bank advantage here, Budget Titans. But it might not be over yet, and you can see they are managing to get picks, and each of these picks are so critical, so key right now. Pimboli needs to make sure that they stay alive. Managing to take out Copperhead there was Poison Ivy on that Sombra, and you can see now she's being sneaky. She's hiding with that EMP, and you can see Wasted Potential getting ready to follow up as soon as possible. Again, that communication that we were talking about. You know that they've communicated to each other. Poison Ivy has said, I'm going to be dropping this EMP as soon as that shield's down. There it comes. There it comes. And it's a huge one. Absolute massive. Was that 6? That may have been 6 right there.
It was 6.
And Black Ice did manage to use that Crypto Freeze to slow it down a little bit, but Wasted Potential still getting some picks there along the way. And massive attempt on that hack there. Copperhead does manage to get a couple of picks though on the Genji. Poison Ivy finally taken out. Reaperman took out Monic. It looks like though it's going to be a hold here by Budget Titans. It's not over yet, but with that Mercy using Valkyrie in the air, that's going to be it. And now Reaperman's got to try and get out of there or just get taken out, because the longer he's there, the more, that stagger is just huge. But finally, Reaperman taken out on that mini D.Va and going to give them more than enough time to have one final push here, C-Funk, and give them an opportunity to still win this map.
36 seconds on the clock, and we do have 2 ultimates available for Budget Titans.
Yes. over Jean having that nano who's ready to go, but you can see Alpha Faded slept, and oh, they do manage to keep him alive though. They do manage to do a thing, and Reaper Man manages, it looks like, to eat. Managed to eat the ultimate there, which was absolutely a massive play right now, but that's not good news. Pixels managing to take out Alpha Faded. Budget Titans now in a very good position to win this map, take it home right here, and bring this overall matchup for the night to 2-2. And you can see Adel take it out though, although the rest of the picks are going for Budget Titans. Poison Ivy, Jean, and Fishman all down. That's not looking good. And you can see now as Pixels takes out Pimboli, Reaper Man out of mech. That is it. That is going to be, again, a strong win this time for Budget Titans. And they're stalling it out, but at the end of the day, I can't see Wasted Potential coming back from this. And there it goes. The overtime is over. Budget Titans pulling off their second win, or second map win of the night, brings our overall night to 2-2. And this time it's Monic as Winston King are playing the game. Take a moment to acknowledge this great play. This is, I believe, where he booped the two of them off. And you can see, even though he got hacked, still gets the two booped off and a triple kill and just prove a point, I guess. C-Funk, this looks like a different team than we saw in the first two maps tonight.
It does. It's a completely different team. You're wondering, where did they come from? They've rallied. They're doing a fantastic job. Can we talk about Poison though?
Oh my goodness.
A Sombra? This is like a what situation? She's normally, you know, a Mercy or a Brigitte, and right now we just saw her on a Sombra, like, and not just on a Sombra, like she was doing massive EMPs.
Yeah, getting absolutely huge EMPs coming out from Poison Ivy on that Sombra, getting some really key hacks along the way on characters like the Reinhardt. Although that being said, despite a phenomenal job on the Sombra, clearly very obvious that she's been doing some of that one-on-one training we were talking about earlier for Wasted Potential with top 500 players, with GM players. Despite all of that, it was still Budget Titans with a very, very strong attack. Again, an attack that I was personally extremely impressed with when I saw it, and I know you and everyone at home must have been as well. But they did that, and then they did a great job defending. The whole way through they did a great job defending. But again, really stuffing Wasted Potential on that third and final checkpoint that they so desperately needed if they wanted to have any chance to come back.
I mean, that may causing so much disruption and, just causing disruption, causing some issues.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to Budget Titans, because they've been using their ult economy about as effectively as they can, and using it very, very smartly in order to try and keep a few ults back, hold things, don't blow it all on one fight, because that so often happens. Again, you see teams overcommit to fights that maybe they shouldn't have. And when that happens, as soon as one character uses an ult that they shouldn't have used, let alone if two or three do, the whole ultimate economy that you have been fighting this entire match to keep, all of a sudden just completely swings in the favor of the enemy team. So you can see, again, their communication has been high, it's been strong. They're saying, all right, this fight, you use an ult. If that's not enough, then you use an ult, no one else. At that point, if they use this ult, we're going to commit this. And you can just tell, again, that these are teams that have been putting a lot of time, a lot of effort in, and they're jiving. And I stand by. I don't know what they did, if the coffee kicked in. I don't know if I just don't know what it was. But Budget Titans looks like a different team out there these last two maps. Oh, guys, we just got word from the back that, guys, we're I think for the first time ever, we're going to be seeing Wasted Potential running without Jean, but his play size is going to be Hellball.
It's going to be interesting to see how this works. Jean is usually Off support healer. He plays a lot of Zenyatta, as we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see how this shakes things up.
Yeah, no, exactly. Of course, we typically see Hellball more on those DPS roles, so maybe that's what we're going to be seeing coming into here. Again, this is the final map of the night we're going to be going into, and it's Wasted Potential's pick, I believe, as well, because of the fact that they lost the last match, or the last map rather. So it sounds like what they went ahead at C-Funk is they chose Ilios, which is of course a control map. So we're going to be seeing a control map to finish things off, which makes a lot of sense because there's no possibilities for a tie this way. One team, either Wasted Potential or Budget Titans, is going to come out triumphant and as the victors of tonight's very first, again, historic match here in the TPG arena.
And I'm excited to see it.
Well, you know, C-Funk, this is the very, very first time that we're able to say, and I can officially announce this, everyone, that the winning team is going to be getting that prize pool that we talked about before. So they're actually going to be winning cash money just by playing Overwatch. Just by playing the game that they love, the game that they put so much of their spare time into because they want to. They now have an opportunity to win cold hard cash just because they agreed to say, hey, yeah, we would like to be seen on the Proving Grounds Arena in that historic first match. And you know what? We would love the opportunity to show off what we've been working so hard on to all the thousands of people watching back at home.
That's right.
Maybe millions, right, C-Funk?
Definitely billions.
Definitely. No questions asked. No, so that's, as mentioned, we are doing that for this month, and this month only. There are certain select dates that if you get your team in, it is first come, first serve. And you, person listening to my voice right now, you're the person that we want to get involved. If you go beneath the stream, there will be a panel for the Discord. You just simply have to apply for that date in the Discord. If you do that, you have an opportunity to not only be broadcast here on the Proving Grounds Arena, but you also get the opportunity to win cold hard cash for winning. And C-Funk, we talked about this before, but not only do you get that opportunity, you can take that opportunity a bunch of different times. You can sign up for 2, 3, 4 matches, no problems whatsoever. The only stipulation, the only rule is that you have to have a different scrim partner or a different team that you're competing with in each of those matches. That's it. So not only are you playing Overwatch, not only are you being broadcast for free, not only are you potentially winning some money, but you're going to make friends and I guess acquaintances with other teams that'll give you more opportunities to continue to scrim, to continue to practice, to continue to get better until you do manage to get your big wins here in the Proving Grounds Arena.
What could be more exciting?
C-Funk, I can't think of anything more exciting than that. So if you can't, maybe we do think of one thing more exciting. We're getting word from the back that the teams are just about ready. So we're going to be going into our last and final map, guys. That's Ilios. It's a control map. We've already mentioned this, and I know for me personally, I love this map. So I can't wait to see what these teams have to do. You can see right now we're just waiting for the players. We might be having a couple of technical difficulties along the way here. I hate to say that happens once in a blue moon, not too often. There we go. There we go. You can see they are now assembling their heroes. Once again, we've been seeing all sorts of different strategies here tonight, C-Funk. Give it to me one last time. You are going to see one hero get played. What hero do you want to see on which team? Do you have a player that you'd like to see them on or playing that particular hero as well?
I mean, I've really enjoyed it. I don't know if you guys could tell tonight. I've really enjoyed seeing Black Ice on that Mei, just causing so much disruption.
They've been doing an incredible job. You know, you got to give credit there. There's so many names that we can mention here. And I'm going to say something that I can't believe I'm saying. And we can see actually now Poison Ivy on that Mercy, it looks like. I kind of wanted to see Poison Ivy play Sombra again. I know with the composition, with the players that they've subbed in here, Wasted Potential, that was highly unlikely. We weren't going to see that probably, but I was just so impressed with her gameplay on that last map. I think she did everything she possibly could to try and get her team at least an opportunity to win. Maybe not as impressive of a time bank again, but nonetheless the opportunity. Alpha Faded tried to get that early Widow headshot, doesn't manage to connect though. Does get a body shot on the Genji, but then takes a body shot from the offending Pixels Widow as well. And now you can see Budget Titans trying to take over that space, trying to control the area. Hellball on the Pharah, not surprising to see that. And you know, I kind of do love seeing that too. Hellball on Pharah, Poison Ivy on Mercy. It's a match made in heaven. And look at that, with only 19 HP. The presence of mind, Poison Ivy finding Hellball, getting him back up to full health. And now you see Alpha Faded just popping off 3 picks back to back to back. There is a res on the Ana, but it's not going to be much as Fishman takes out Monic and then gets taken out by Adel. Adel doing a great job with that anti-nade, but Alpha Faded goes ahead and says, hey, Ana, you think you're a sniper? Check this out. And Alpha Faded getting 4 picks in that fight. That is absolutely huge.
And Wasted Potential does cap the point. They are now ticking up on that percentage. You know, Budget Titans needs to figure out how to combat Alpha Faded and hop onto that point.
100%. You can see right now, because Alpha Faded did such a great job getting that ultimate before Pixels was able to get theirs and giving them a huge advantage right now. They do run through it though. They run through that the site given by the Widowmaker, and now of course it's Alpha Faded is being put on the spot to get a lot of picks here. However, down to only 3 HP, managing to get away at least for a moment. Poison Ivy taken out though by Copperhead using his ultimate. That Genji Dragon Blade so powerful, and then the Diva Bomb going off. Reaper Man managing to take out Black Ice as Black Ice takes out Fishman. Absolute chaos and pandemonium right now, C-Funk, as the trades are going back and forth. The Mercy rezzing Black Ice back up on that Diva, getting back in mech. Adel takes Reaper Man out of mech though with, again, another great anti-nade. Monic taking out Reaper Man with a monkey punch, or I guess it's a scientist punch is what I'm supposed to say here. And they flip the point at 68% Wasted Potential. Budget Titans start getting their percentage on the board as the teams regroup up. Now you can see, again, just they're trying so hard to get those additional picks. Alpha Faded and Pixels having just an epic Widow v Widow battle there. Neither one managing to get a pick on the other. But you can see now it's Alpha Faded taking out Copperhead. Alpha Faded takes out Copperhead, and there comes, oh, so close, but Pixels manages to take out Hellball while Hellball was trying to use that ultimate to try and get a couple of picks clear off that point. You gotta be so careful when you're a Pharah. Your ultimate stops you from moving. Poison Ivy rezzing Hellball back up though. Reaper Man getting out Copperhead. Pinbally jumping Adel, taking them out as Pixels takes out Alpha Faded. Again, these Widow battles so exciting right now. And now you can see Black Ice on that Diva trying their best to stall things out. Jumping away, trying to get off of there, and they're so close to flipping this point back over, but they haven't done yet. There goes the Diva Bomb up in the air, takes out Monic. Hellball managing to take out Pixels. You gotta love that feeling as a Pharah, taking out the Widow, and the point flips over at 58% for Budget Titans. Wasted Potential now getting more and more percentage. However, you can see it is really just Pinboli trying their best to stall this point out before it might get flipped back over. Doing a great job though, managing to get a bunch of extra percent before taken out. And well, you can see flip back over at 87%. That was probably an extra at least 10% that Pinboli just managed to get for Wasted Potential, C-Funk.
It was, and there were a lot of ultimates used in that last fight. Coming in, though, we do see Wasted Potential does have the Widow in for a sight and Lucio's heat drop.
That's exactly it. So going to be probably taking advantage of that ult economy going into this next one. And you can see there it is, Alpha Faded giving them sight, letting them know exactly here's where the team is, pay attention, and wow, Alpha Faded taking out Pixels. That's the advantage. That's why Widow's ultimate is so powerful. Fishman drops the beach as well. Lucio trying to keep his team alive and well, doing a great job. And you can see Hellball takes out Pixels again. Alpha Faded taking out the Mercy. Alpha Faded popping off, takes out the Ana as well. Adel and Path both take it out. There goes the Diva Bomb. Black Ice doesn't get anyone. Hellball though gets Monic with the with their ultimate. And wow, again, a great job. Even though it's 99% right now, Wasted Potential flips it back over up to 96. They're easily gonna get to 99. Is anyone from Budget Titans gonna be able to get there? They do. Diva's up there, and you can see a couple of other. There comes Genji using that Dragon Blade one more time, being pocketed as best they can. But Alpha Faded, just insane on those Widow shots today. Absolutely doing an incredible job, coming in all the right moments, in all the right places, and the picks all going for Wasted Potential right now. 99-99. These teams want the win right now. Wasted Potential goes up 1-0, 100-99, as close as a match can get, C-Funk.
That was insanely close.
This
That was all the excitement.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm going horse in the throat here, C-Funk. I'm yelling, I'm screaming. This has been so good, and this puts Wasted Potential. If they win this particular round, they are going to officially be our first ever winners in the TPG Arena, the official first broadcast for us. I'm excited to see this, C-Funk. I'm excited as well to see if Budget Titans manages to pull off this one in order to keep themselves alive and well and get one more opportunity to win the prize pool themselves. And you can see quickly. Oh my goodness, Pimboli very quick takes out Monic. That is a massive opening pick. Reinhardt going down. Pixels has been hacked. Alpha Faded is on that Sombra doing a great job. Ult is ticking up for both Hellball and for Alpha Faded. They are doing awesome work, and it looks like, yes, that first cap is going Wasted Potential's favor. They are doing so well on Control tonight. You know that the team owner has got to be proud of this team no matter what the end result ends up being. And Hellball already almost at ultimate, you can see, is about to be there. Adel gets their ultimate off, uses the nano boost, trying to keep his team alive well and push in. And oh, look at that, the trades are going this time for Budget Titans. They are doing a great job. They've got more people on the point, but Wasted Potential doing everything they can to stall this out. They want to win this. They want to, but there you go at 28%. Wasted Potential gives it up. They are going to be regrouping. Budget Titans making that flip and keeping themselves alive and well in this matchup. Now you can see Ultimate Economy looking good on both teams. Both teams have a few ults to play with and work with, giving them basically options here. Lots and lots of options. And Hellball getting a pick on Adel already. That's, oh my goodness, this is craziness. Hellball uses the ultimate to take out Copperhead as well. Fishman manages to take out the Reinhardt, and Sombra punching a Pharah to death. Like the things you don't think you're gonna say in an Overwatch cast, but here you go, folks. Mercy taken out. May on Black Ice, or Black Ice rather, on May being taken out by Fishman on the Lucio with a punch as well. Lucio, just again, you know, we talked about a scientist punch before. I don't know, what do you call a Lucio punch? Is it like a DJ punch?
I think it'd be like a DJ punch.
Let's go with DJ punch. No, absolutely awesome gameplay. However, that being said, the Ultimate Economy now favoring Budget Titans. Oh, they were trying to get a boot there into the well. Didn't quite work out. You can see that May ultimate out. Reaperman managing to eat Copperhead's ultimate. That's a massive play. Once again, Reaperman doing incredible work on the D.Va. And oh, Pimboli takes out Adel again. Pixels responds by taking out Reaperman. This is chaotic. Alpha Faded with two. Pimboli taking out Black Ice on the May again. And Hellball Hellball maybe was the right swap after all. Who would say ever? Who would ever think that taking Jeanne off of a team would have been a right swap? But it just shows you that different characters, different strategies, different maps, Hellball is so good. He's doing so fantastically well. And there's Poison Ivy now using the Valkyrie. Using that Valkyrie to keep the team alive and well as Budget Titans pushes in. There's the EMP from Alpha Faded connecting with 5 at least. And there's Hellball again with another ultimate. Alpha Faded takes out the Pharah. Oh my goodness, this could be it. This could be it right here, folks. It's looking great. It's looking fantastic, unless, of course, you're rooting for Budget Titans, in which case it's not looking so good. 99%. It's all over. Objective secured. Objective secured, and Hellball getting a final pick on Adel just as an exclamation mark. Guys, that is going to make it official. Wasted Potential is the winners of tonight's matchup. That being said, we're finding out if they are going to do the third map right this second. They're not going to, they said. They said they're not going to, which means we can officially say this, everyone. C-Funk, chat, Wasted Potential, the very first ever victory here in the Proving Grounds Arena on the official channel, the official first match. The hype cannot be matched. The hype cannot be beat. How great of a matchup was that, C-Funk?
You could tell both teams wanted it. They both wanted the win, you know? Budget Titans had it, 36%. Wasted Potential came in and, you know, just kept the point.
They did some phenomenal work on that last map, that last matchup. But again, we need to take a moment to talk about what a great job Budget Titans did tonight. First things first, those last 2 maps that they won were incredible. They were fantastically well done. It was textbook Overwatch. I couldn't believe how strong they came out. I was so proud of that team. They did an amazing job, and I think we can all be very thankful that they came out tonight and that they gave us such an amazing show. That being said, Wasted Potential makes fitting sense that with all the hard work that team has been putting in, all the training, all the practices, all the working with top 500 players, with the GM players that they have opportunities to be coached by, to work one-on-one with, that they put everything they knew into place and were very, very strong throughout the night, but especially on the control maps.
I mean, you can definitely tell that they have been working on those control maps and boops into the well. I mean, come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Control is starting to become a Wasted Potential specialty. It's starting to look at, you know, if they can get every one of their maps the way that last one looked, I mean, we're gonna see a team that could go undefeated in the rest of their history. I mean, that was beautifully well done. I was so impressed. Again, we saw so many different characters and so many different players on the team locking in these different roles. And, you know, we've talked about the Pharah Mercy combination of Poison Ivy, Hellball in the past. We hadn't seen it much today until that end. And you can tell it was a little bit of their secret weapon, don't you think?
I would say it's a lot of it, their secret weapon. I mean, they were, I don't want to say unstoppable, but
it's almost fair wording to say. But we got to talk. It wasn't just the Pharah Mercy. There was a certain character I've got to just give one quick shout out to. That was, I believe, Alpha Faded on the Widow. Unreal. Personally, I couldn't hit I couldn't hit a Winston if he was dancing 3 feet in front of me on Widow. But those shots were incredible. We saw times where he was pulling 2, 3 kills back to back to back. And that, we talk about ultimates sometimes. We talk about those incredible diva bombs we've seen today. We talk about those Reinhardt shatters. We talk about Pharah dropping their ultimates from above, the Justice from above getting 2, 3 picks. We're not even talking about ultimate usage with the Widow. We're talking about just pure mechanical skill. Clicking on heads, making it look easy, making us all go, hey, I'm going to jump into some competitive Overwatch. I'm going to lock Widow. I'm going to do that. And then wondering, why didn't I do that? What, my team must just be throwing. I don't know, because I was playing Widow and I saw how good Widow could be played. So I know that this is a good selection.
And getting those picks right when, you know, the other hero is running out of spawn is such a big advantage, because that just means that is more time that that player is having to spend in spawn and not with their team.
Absolutely. The number one way to make sure that you're not getting value is by not being in the match. So of course, every time you see one of those picks, whether it's a early first pick or whether it's, hey, we're trying to group up and oops, there goes, you know, insert person's name here, then these things happen, and it means that your whole team's going to wait another 10 seconds. And each time, whether it's like an assault style map where you're watching that time bank just tick away, or in a situation like this on a control where you're literally watching the enemy team get 1 second closer to victory each time, giving you that much less time to do a proper group up for that last fight, for that last opportunity to win the match or to at least flip the point back in your favor, give you that opportunity. And once again, I just have to say, everyone, we should be giving it up for all of the players that we saw tonight, and of course, all their coaching staff, managers, owners, everyone behind the scene that's put all that work in, because you don't get that good without putting some practice in.
Oh no. You definitely have to practice, practice. But both teams were amazing, did a great job.
They did indeed. Now, I do believe, and I'm going to wait for word from the back, but I believe we actually have an interview that's going to be popping up here very, very shortly. So, and C-Funk, I think you know a little bit more about this than I do. You know, before we even talk about that, though, sorry, C-Funk, I know you're getting ready to, but I do want to bring up one more time, guys, we want to get you involved. We want you, the person listening to my voice, to be part of this. Whether you are a team coach, manager, player, want to be on a team, have been on a team, whatever your situation is, below the stream, there will be a panel for the Discord. Join in. We would love to have you there. And from there, you can get in touch with a gentleman, Wirt. He will help direct you in the right area where you need to be. And one more time, I'm just going to bring it up, C-Funk, because it's too much hype. I can't even believe this is real, quite frankly.
Neither can I.
There are posted dates that just got sent into the Discord as well. If you are the first person to lock that date in, to confirm it, make it happen, your team, the team you're scrimming with, if you lock that date in with all the required information, that I've just got word from back, 17 different dates available right now where you can get that. That's a lot of dates. And if you really think about that for just a second, not only are you getting to play Overwatch, not only are you getting great practice, C-Funk, but you're getting broadcasted for free, and you're getting a potential opportunity to win $30 for you and your team, which is unreal. 17 times 30. I can't do that math. I was grown up on the Canadian education system. I mean, whatever. I don't know what that stuff means. I just know it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money available. And you'd be crazy. You'd be crazy right now not to be taking advantage of it. If you're already a member of a team, get in touch with your people. Make it happen. We want to have you there. C-Funk, I'm sorry I cut you off. You were so excited to talk about the interview. Go ahead. Tell us about it.
So we are going to be interviewing today one of the youngest members of Wasted Potential. That is going to be Poison Ivy.
Yes.
And with the great job she's doing today, I can't wait to talk to her.
You know, I can't wait either. Personally, I want to hear about that Mercy gameplay. I want to hear about that Sombra gameplay as well. C-Funk, I believe we're getting Poison on the line ready for you right now. So with that, C-Funk, take it away for us.
All right, Poison, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, so I have a few questions for you. The first question is going to be, how do you feel about your performance today?
Well, starting out on Brig, I felt a little rough on King's Row, but then once I kind of started getting into the groove, I think I was getting a lot better, and it kind of felt nice to be able to get in their face. Being on Sombra for a game was kind of nice. I tend to not be able to pull her out a lot when I'm with the team, but I felt like I actually did something there. And when I was on Mercy, I felt probably the most comfy, especially doing Farm Mercy with Hobo.
Right. And how did you get started with the team?
Well, I was actually one of the founding members, along with Jean Burp and someone else who hasn't been around due to their own things. But it basically started a little late last year, and it was kind of the four of us, and we sat down and decided, hey, let's take this more seriously, and I think we can get far with it, and now we're here.
Oh, that's terrific. And what's it like being the youngest member of Wasted Potential?
It's most people don't like being the youngest. I personally do in a weird way. It's kind of like a little bit of a special role, I guess. Though I do tend to get teased a lot for it. Like if I don't get a certain reference to some old movie or something, I get yelled at, which is kind of funny.
Aw. Well, don't take it personally. It'll be alright. How long have you been playing video games?
Pretty much since before I can remember. Like literally as soon as I was able to put my hands on a mouse and keyboard. And even before then, I would watch my own dad play video games, and that's kind of who got me started into gaming and kind of that whole.
So you could say that your dad kind of inspired you. That's
Yeah,
so
pretty
sweet.
much.
Aw. And let's see. What do you believe is the most difficult thing your team needs to overcome in order to grow?
I feel like we need to be a bit more consistent, I guess, with things like our communication, for example. We will have some nights where we're really good at it. Like tonight we were doing pretty good, but Inbully actually he subbed in for us for main tank, and he was really on top of his calls, which helped us a lot. But like without him sometimes we've tended to like go quiet for a period of time, and then we have to be like, hey, someone call a target, and then we kind of pick it up.
Right. And we want to thank you so much for being on with us tonight.
Of course.
You did a great job, and your team did a great job. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
All right. And
And we're back to me. I was still listening to what Poison Ivy had to say. I was like, I want to hear this keep going. I want to hear more about this. Poison did such a great job tonight, and of course, again, I want to make sure that we're mentioning everybody. Everybody did such a great job tonight. And thank you again to all of the players, all the people behind the scenes that are working so hard to make this a reality. The TPG Arena, better known as the Proving Grounds Arena. Again, we'd love to have you guys. Make sure you're clicking on that Discord, the panel down below, joining in and getting involved, because that is what we want. We want to showcase you, the community. Guys, we're all about the community matchups. We love Overwatch. I was going to say we like Overwatch so much. No, we love Overwatch here, and we want the opportunity to see what you provide. Once again, big thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you to everybody behind the scenes right now working. Thank you to all the players and the coaches and staff, just everyone. And of course, yourself, C-Funk. Thank you so much for joining me here today. We can find C-Funk anytime during the week, pretty much I feel like all the time now, on twitch.tv/cfunkplay. That's a C and Funk Play. Guys, she is absolutely incredible. If you want to see more from myself, twitch.tv/bloomer4thewin, FORTHEWIN. We would love to have you there as well. Make sure you're following us on Twitter and everywhere else. And just, guys, thank you so much one more time. C-Funk, have I missed anything?
I don't think so. I think you got it all.
With that, then, we're going to say thank you one last time to you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Keep your stick on the ice, and we can't wait to see you next time in the Proving Grounds.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.